everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well and having a lovely day. If you're brand new around here, hi, my name is Kate and I make videos about motherhood, family life, hacks and routines, as well as fashion, lifestyle, interiors. There's loads going on my channel, so I'd love it if you would subscribe. There's a button just down there, just click it. It's completely free and it means I'll pop up in your subscription box every time I upload a new video. So today's video is called Happy Kid Hacks, and I just wanted to share with you some tips and tricks on how to make your child happy in a really positive way. If your child's happy, then you're happy, so it's a win-win. And of course, not every child can be happy 100% of the time, and if anyone told you that their child was, then I think they were possibly lying to you. And of course, I'm not an expert, I'm just a mum, and I just wanted to share with you some things that I've been implementing over the time of being a mum so far, which is 4.5 years, that seem to work for us as a family. You might already be even doing some of these things, but I always think it's good to just hear from other people's experiences, maybe to just get a different view on the situation, especially when you're going through a bit of a tough, challenging time, which we all do as parents. Number one is one-on-one time. I have noticed since having 2 children that it's obviously so much harder to get that really special one-on-one time with each child, because obviously I have to split my attention between 2 now. I've definitely noticed this more since our eldest has started school. So our youngest little boy, he's 18 months. No, he's not. He's like 20 months. Where has that time gone? So he's coming up to 2, and we do get to spend a lot more one-on-one time with him because obviously his brother has now started school, so I feel like he does get that one-on-one time. But our eldest Archie, who is 4.5, definitely misses out on that one-on-one time a lot more. So what we've been doing recently is, even if it's just once a month, we'll take him out on his own. Like recently, him and I went shopping together, and then we went out for lunch, and it was such a lovely afternoon. It was just a few hours, but it's like having a little best friend now he's 4. Number 2 is vitamins. So vitamins are a really important part of our daily routine, which I'll get onto more about in a second, but I'm really proud to be partnering with Haliborange on this video. I am really careful about the brands that I work with, and especially when it comes to health and well-being brands, and even more especially when it comes to health and well-being brands for children. But Archie has been taking the Haliborange Smoothies multivitamins since he turned 3. These are for 3 to 12-year-olds. So I'm really confident and happy to talk about this product, as it's something that we really love. So obviously we all know that it's important for our children to have a healthy, balanced diet, but it's always great to top them up with multivitamins as well. These contain lots of different multivitamins, including vitamin A, D, E, C, vitamin B6 and B12. They're also very rich in vitamin D, which is great, especially when you live in a country like the UK. A lot of us are very deficient in vitamin D because we don't have that much natural sunlight. So these really help. They are in the form of a soft gummy. These are the strawberry flavour ones, but they do come in other flavours. And Archie just absolutely loves these. He asks for one every morning because they taste so good. So I don't have to fight with him to take his vitamin. He's more than happy to. They support strong bones, healthy teeth and the immune system. So like I said, he's happy because he's getting a tasty gummy, and I'm happy because I know he's getting his multivitamin every single day. So kind of along the same lines as tip number 2, number 3 would be to make your children smoothies. Now, I really struggle to get my kids to eat vegetables. My youngest could literally find a tiny piece of sweet corn in a whole spoonful of something that he likes, and he will spit it out. So it is a real battle to get them to eat any veg. So I like to hide it in smoothies. So a really great way to do this is to use a couple of pieces of fruit to add that sweetness. So for example, bananas and strawberries, and then you can use whichever milk you use. So we used full fat milk for them, but obviously you can do different dairy-free alternatives, almond milk, that kind of thing, and then pack in some vegetables that they won't even know are in there. So I think avocado is a really good one because it makes the smoothie really like creamy. Spinach is another great one for smoothies or juices because it doesn't have a very strong taste, but it is so great and so healthy for you. And even carrot, because carrot has that natural sweetness to it anyway. So you can just whiz that all up in a blender, NutriBullet, something like that, and give them a smoothie. and it's just another added way to get some vitamins and get some vegetables into them. So tip number 4 would be to get into some really great routines. This is something that I personally feel has helped our family so much. So obviously I'm not saying you should be in a strict regimented minute by minute routine, and I think it's great for children to be able to learn that things can change at the last minute and things aren't always going to be exactly the same. But we in particular have some really great morning and bedtime routines in place. I've made videos on them, so I'll leave them in the description box below if you want to go and have a look. And obviously as our children get older, the routines do change slightly, but I feel that when children know what's coming up, what's going to be happening, they feel more calm, more positive and more happy. So for example, our children know when they're having dinner, and then after dinner they'll go up to the bath, they'll have a book and they go to sleep. And because of this, we don't have any like tears at bedtime. We don't have them fighting us because they don't want to go to bed, because they know that's bedtime, and that's bedtime every night, apart from on Friday night we let our eldest stay up to watch a film, and then he knows after that then he goes to bed. And it's the same with our youngest as well. For example, we found it really hard to get him to sleep in the early days, and also he went through a spell of not napping at all. But we realised that I don't think he was being worn out enough in the mornings. So every single morning now before he goes down for his nap, he'll go out to walk the dog with his dad or with me, or he'll go to soft play, and then he knows when he walks back through the door, he actually asks for a bottle because he knows he's going up to bed, and he will have a really good nap then. So I think it's just about working out what routine works for your family. There's like trial and error involved, but I can't stress enough how much we have found routine has helped us as a family to all be more positive, happier, sleep better. Yeah, it's great. Tip number 5 is reasoning with and understanding your child. So I can't remember where I read this article, but I read it quite a long time ago about how to kind of nip a tantrum in the bud before it even really starts. Like if your child really wants something that they can't have, like chocolate or sweets or a toy, how to stop it escalating into a tantrum. I found that it works really, really well. So we all have those days where we're stressed out and our child has asked us for the same thing 50,000 times, and all of us can just snap and say, no, you can't have it. So instead I've been trying to think about how it feels from his point of view when I just say a flat out no to him, because I'm not giving him anywhere to go. I'm not explaining to him why he can't have the chocolate. So instead of filming my 4-year-old having a tantrum, I have enlisted the help of my husband to help play the part of 4-year-old Archie. Enjoy.
Mum, can I have one of these please?
No Archie, not now.
Mum, it's not fair. I want one now. Mum, can I have one of these please?
Look, I understand that you want the chocolate, darling, because Mummy loves chocolate as well. But if I ate that chocolate now, I wouldn't eat my dinner, and neither will you. Let's go and have dinner, and if you eat your dinner, then you can have a little piece with your pudding, yeah? Oh, that's what I meant to ask you. How did you do at school today? Did you do phonics today?
We learned per today.
Oh, did you? Per, that's a good one. Per for pirate.
Plonker.
Number 6 is a crafty tip, and that is to just make stuff out of junk. I just can't actually believe how much a pile of recycling, empty boxes, cartons, bottles make my kids happy. I think they make them happier than anything else. Especially my eldest, he's really into that kind of thing at the moment. He's collecting up all of these bits. He literally won't let me put anything in recycling. And also my youngest really enjoys it as well. He is a little bit more destructive and he kind of likes to break things a bit more, but obviously he's still really young, so he's not fully into it yet. The other day Archie made a rocket and we sat with him and made stuff, and that's the great thing about it. Like, we can join in with him a bit, and it's actually really therapeutic and enjoyable to just sit with them and just make stuff. Or we can let him get on with it while we're doing bits and pieces around the house, and he's just happy and calm doing something creative. Next is taking an interest in your child's hobbies and passions. So obviously as they get older, they start to discover more of what they like. I have 2 sons and I would say I'm quite a girly girl, so I do sometimes find it quite hard to connect with the things that they like. But having 2 boys, that's just something that I have to do and I want to do because obviously I want to take an interest in the things they like. So whether that's learning all of the Avengers names and talking to him about it, or having a car race, or with my youngest like kicking a football to him, all of those things I try and take an active interest in. It's not always that easy, sometimes I find it quite boring, but the happiness that your child feels from knowing that their parent is interested in what they like is just absolutely priceless. So I really feel like it's something I'm going to continue to do as they get older. So even if it's standing on the edge of a muddy football pitch, which I'm not going to lie, can't think of anything worse on a cold day, I will do it. So next up is praise and positivity. Now this one, again, it might sound like a given, but we can all forget to do this sometimes, and that's just praising the positive behaviour and sort of ignoring more of the negative stuff, because the more attention we give to the negative stuff, even if it's negative attention, it's attention to them. So for example, when Archie started school and he started like bringing phonics sounds home in his book and stuff to learn, I was genuinely so excited when he would get one right, and I think he saw that excitement in me and the praise I was giving him, and it just made him want to learn all of the phonics sounds, and he loves it now. Or like Elliot, he learned to point to his nose and say nose, and again, because I was so like overly excited about it, he then wanted to do all of his body, so now he knows every single limb and thing on his body. And I just feel like I've really learned from that the more overly positive you are about things that they do that are really great, the more they want to take an interest in them. So again, like I said, it might be a given, but I think we all do forget to do it sometimes. And as adults, we know how nice it is to be praised for a job well done, or if we've worked hard on something. Even though it can be really hard to be enthusiastic about, you know, like the 26th picture of a tree they've drawn that week or something. It's all their creativity and their brains working and learning. But I just feel like being really positive about the good things that they do has genuinely made us more happy as a family. So there we go. I really hope you enjoyed this video. They're all the things that I've been trying to do. As I said, I'm not an expert, I'm not trying to preach, I'm still learning as I go along, and I just wanted to share the things that work for us. I know some of them might sound like a given, like, well, of course I'd do that with my children, but when you're right in the middle of one of those really hard days, it can be so hard to remember those things. But they're such simple things in a way, and that's what kids really need, the simple things, that they're what makes them happy, and in turn you happy. Thank you for watching. I hope you got something from this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye guys.